Hi there, and welcome back to Farmstead MTG. So I'm just out doing some canoeing, but when I get home I'm going to edit the final. And the final is always a special video, so in a tribute to that I made this special intro. So when I get home I'm going to show you some deck pictures, so let's take a look at them.
And suddenly I'm home. What sorcery is this? Anyway, here's the first deck. Player name is Erland with his blue and black robot deck. You've seen this on the channel before, but I can talk a little bit about it. For the big creatures he has the Suchi and the Triskelion. He has a lot of fast artifact mana. He has mana vaults, for example, so he can play a early Suchi or Triskelion. And he can thereafter cast a copy artifact and make a copy, and if the artifact dies he can cast an animate dead. He also has Abyss against creature decks, and the Sage of Latnam is great when you have a lot of artifacts, because you can sack your artifacts in response to removal, so there's a lot of cool tricks with him. So that's the deck, a super strong deck. And here's the second deck. The player name is Audun, and this is his Disc Ward deck. I just called it that because he has 4 Nevral's Disc and 2 Death Ward. So Death Ward is a cool combo with the Disc. So he plays with 7 big creatures here. So when he activates his Disc he can, for example, save his only creature with a Death Ward and regenerate it. So that's cool to see that he doesn't play with the standard Troll Disco deck. Anyways, the rest of the deck is a bunch of sweet cards. The good white removal spells, the counter spell, a bunch of restricted cards. So 2 strong decks. Let's see who is going to take the fantastic Jumping Jesus card. Game number 1. You have Audun to the left and Erland to the right. Erland is on the play, starting out with a Factory into a Lotus into a Suchi. I think he has also Mulligan to 6. Audun casts a Factory. Then a second Factory from Erland. So he attacks for 6 in round 2. That's great. And that's what this robot decks wants to do. Let's see if we can find a copy artifact. No, Audun has an answer. So the Disenchant takes care of the Suchi. And another attack for 2. And a Mishra's Workshop. Fantastic. So now he has 5 mana if he wants to cast an artifact. So if he has have a land. Oh, interesting. So he doesn't have the 4th land, and he can't attack with a Factory because of the opponent's Factory. And here's a Suchi from Audun. Chaos Orb from Erland, taking care of the Suchi. Another Suchi. And there's the Alan, Demonic Tutor. What is it? So he doesn't have a blue mana. So yeah, so that's a good choice. So here's a copy artifact. So now Erland has a Suchi as well. So they trade. And here's a Serra Angel. And an Abyss from Erland. Takes care of that beautiful Serra Angel. Going screaming into the abyss. So brutal. There's an attack from Audun. By the way, Audun is down to 9 and Erland is at 18. Using the workshop to cast another Suchi. And is he going to attack with his factory? Opponent can strip mine it, of course. Ooh, and that's a recall. 1 mana, 3 card. Always a good deal. Oh, and I see a Mox and another Suchi. Fantastic. And I'll strip mine. So we cast our second Suchi. Wow. No, Audun really needs something spectacular here. Looks like he is doing some thinking. Tapping 2 mana. Yes! It's a balance. Fantastic. So let's take care of both of the Suchis. And then they need to have the same number of lands in play and number of cards in hand. Okay, so Audun needed to discard, I think he discarded 3 cards or something. And he cast a Suchi. So both players lost some. Sonic Blast on that Suchi. And there comes the factory for 3. Puts Audun down to 5. And it just passed the turn. So is it time to use the strip mine? The strip mine can take care of the opponent's factory. And then he can swing with the boat. Okay, so he's activating. Stripping the winter factory. The winter factory pumps the autumn factory. Strip mining the other factory. And attacks for 3, puts Audun down to 2. What is... No.
While we are waiting for game 2, you can smash the like button and support this channel.
So game number 2. Audun's on the play. Factory into a Mox Pearl. Alan, Underground Sea. A Maze and an attack for 2. So pretty slow start from the robot tech. And Audun doesn't attack. So I guess he's afraid of removal. And he is stuck on 2 mana, so there's a pretty big downside with trying to attack there. In the meantime, Alan has got his own factory and tapping 4 mana. Yes, Asuchi. We've seen him before. Audun takes care of him with a Divine Offering, so he gained 4 life as well. That's a very good sideboard card against these robot stacks. Speaking of robots, here's a Triskelion. So the Sword Closure takes care of the Triskelion, but the Triskelion shoots 2 damage to Audun and 1 to itself, so he doesn't get removed from game. these robot decks are so strong, so I feel like you need that good white removal to have a good match against them. So, yeah. And I've seen that in some other tournaments as well, like the Summer Derby and yeah, the NoobCon and all. A lot of robots decks. So it's not surprising to see this deck in the final here. The third factory, almost outside of the view zone. Is that a word? Anyways, he attacks to activate 2 of them. Mace takes care of 1 of them, and no blocks. Will he pump him for 1? Then a Divine Offering in response, because the factory is an artifact when it's attacking. Ooh, and a mana drain. And he casts a copy artifact, copying his Michel's factory. So now Erland has 4 factories. So they are just outside, but they are on the battlefield. You just can't see them. And Audun is really stuck on land in this game. That's really unfortunate when you're in the final. So he casts a Demonic Tutor. Probably for some mana. Another land or something. So here Erland can pay 4 mana to activate all his 4 factories and attack for 8. Of course the mace can take care of 1 of them, and he can pump with that one, so that's 7 damage. Yes, so he attacks and he pumps 1 of them. So that's 7 damage. Ooh, fantastic. And a time walk now that the mace is tapped out and the opponent's factory is tapped. So Audun is at 11. So I can attack for 8 here. Puts Audun down to 3 life. Tapping 2 more mana. Demonic Tutor. Is it for a Black Lotus so he can cast a Psionic Blast? He just passed the turn. So a balance from Audun, but he's still in a pretty bad shape because opponents can keep 3 lands. So I don't think it will help. And he has a Mox as well, yeah, so it doesn't matter. And there's a scoop. GG.
So Erland with his robot deck won the tournament, and he is now the proud owner of the jump card. Fantastic prize, and I'm expecting him to use it at the next Jumping Jesus tournament. So there is a quote about riding into the sunset, but in this video I think canoeing into the sunset would be more appropriate. So you can pretend that Alan is canoeing into the sunset with all the glory and the prize and all that good stuff. Anyways, that was the end of the Jumping Jesus tournament. You can like this video and subscribe to my channel and all that good stuff. And I'll be back with another tournament. Thank you for watching and goodbye.